Mr. President, the summer 2016 graduating classes of the University of Central Florida's College of Arts and Humanities, College of Business Administration, College of Education and Human Performance, College of Graduate Studies, College of Nursing, College of Undergraduate Studies, and Rosen College of Hospitality Management are assembled.
Well, good morning and welcome to the 149th commencement exercise of the University of Central Florida. To begin our ceremony, our vocalist Jose Velez and our organist Andrew Walker, who are located beside the platform on the main floor, will lead us in singing our national anthem. Will all please rise?
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad striped sunrise stars through the Bacchanal's flight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. On the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say those that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful day in the lives of our candidates, and we're pleased to bestow upon them symbols of academic achievement. I know how proud of our candidates you must be, but I also know that a good portion of their success they owe to your love and support. Some of you have traveled quite a distance to be part of today's ceremony, and it is important for you to hear your graduate's name as it is called. We ask you to be mindful that others wish to hear the name of their graduate as well. Before we continue, I must acknowledge that we're tremendously proud of some special members of the UCF family who could not be with us today. They are the brave men and women of UCF who've been called away to active military duty. Let me also acknowledge two very special groups of graduates who are with us today. Graduating members of our ROTC programs who have just been or are about to be commissioned as officers in our armed forces, and our graduating student veterans. Would you please rise and accept our thanks and congratulations? Several people important to the university are on the platform and will not be introduced later. I ask them all to stand and remain standing as they are recognized, and I ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. The Honorable Clarence Brown, member, UCF Board of Trustees. The Honorable Alex Martins, member, UCF Board of Trustees. The Honorable Bev C., member, UCF Board of Trustees. Mr. William Merck, Vice President for Administration and Finance. Dr. Rick Schell, Vice President and Chief of Staff. Dr. Daniel Holzenbeck, Senior Vice President for University Relations, Dr. Mary Beth Ehaws, Vice President for Student Development and Enrollment Services, Mr. Scott Coe, Vice President and General Counsel, Dr. Alvin Wong, Dean, Burnett Honors College, Dr. Michael Strasser, our Grand Marshal. UCF is blessed with an outstanding faculty, and we salute them. What happens in their classrooms, laboratories, and studios largely determines the success of our candidates. Members of the faculty, won't you please stand and be recognized for your contributions? Please. Thank you. We are pleased today to pay tribute to our speaker, Alan Eustace, with the honorary degree, Doctor of Business. Alan, will you please come to the rostrum? Dr. Alan Eustace, your exceptional contributions to business, human adventure, a diverse society, and the University of Central Florida have distinguished you and have contributed to the well-being of our society. Your illustrious career in business includes pioneering work in digital commerce. Joining Hewlett-Packard's Western Research Laboratory, you contributed to the development of pocket computing and chip multiprocessors. You also worked on a binary code instrumentation system that has become the basis for a wide variety of computer analysis tools. In 2002, you joined Google and served as Senior Vice President of Engineering and Senior Vice President of Knowledge until you retired in 2015. Your tenure in the Knowledge Division included oversight of Google's historic search engine, mapping initiative, and research efforts. Shortly before you retired, your adventuresome spirit led you to a daring accomplishment. You set the world record for the highest altitude free fall, jumping from a balloon that had risen into the stratosphere to more than 135,000 feet. Your 25.9-mile descent lasted 15 minutes at peak speeds of 821 miles per hour. I'm probably about the millionth person who said to Alan, why would you jump out of a perfectly good balloon at 135,000 feet? But he did, and he's here to tell us about it. You've demonstrated a similar spirit in your determination to increase the number of women in computer science. You serve on the board of the Anita Borg Institute, which hosts the annual Grace Hopper Conference, the world's largest gathering of women technologists. At UCF, you've been an aggressive advocate for women who seek to enter technological fields. Your commitment to your alma mater has been impressive. You've donated time and resources to a variety of causes. Most notable is your 9-year sponsorship of the nationally acclaimed UCF computer programming team. Your funding of $2.8 million has supported the award-winning team in its success at regional and international competitions. Therefore, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Central Florida, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the University of Central Florida Board of Trustees, it is with great pleasure that I hereby confer upon you, Dr. Alan Eustace, the honorary degree, Doctor of Business. Provost Whitaker and Associate Dean Weissample, will you please join me to assist in the hooding of Dr. Eustace? Dr. Eustace, we welcome your address to our graduating students, please.
So hello, everyone. I am so pleased and proud to be here in front of the graduating class of 2016. I must admit, when I got the phone call from Dr. Hitt's office It triggered a recurring nightmare that many of you that have been graduate for a long time will have had. And it goes like this. Dear Mr. Eustace, I regret to inform you that that physics credit that you had was incomplete. At this time, there's only one choice to get your degree back, and that's to take the physics final from 1983. And the sweat would pour off my brow, and I'd realize that I probably can't pass the physics tests from 1983. I graduated in 1984. I remember that date very clearly because of two things. One is I loved school so much, and I loved UCF so much, that I didn't quit until I had run out of degrees. Bachelor's, master's, and PhD. I also remember it because just a month earlier, I had gone to my 10-year high school reunion. And I remember everybody saying, so what have you done in this time? And I said, I'm still going to school. But it worked out okay. I ended up going out to California. I worked for a bunch of very good companies. I built, I think, a really nice set of research accomplishments. And at one point, some of the people that were working for me were leaving. Matter of fact, on my first day of management, the best person in my lab told me he was quitting. And he went to a company, a small company called Google. And after a little while, a few more people went to Google. And by the time, like a year or two had gone by, I had like 10 people at Google. And they kept calling me and asking me if I wanted to join this small company with zero revenue. And I said, I don't know. It seems like a big risk to me. And what ended up happening is, Digital Equipment Corporation got bought by Compaq. Compaq got bought by HP. And there was a big layoff, a huge layoff that was going to happen when these two companies were combined. And a friend of mine, Luis Barroso, called me on the phone, and he said, Alan, for your own good, I'm no longer going to take no for an answer. And at that moment, he hung up the phone, and 10 minutes later, I got a phone call from Walma, Larry Page, one of the co-founders of Google's admin, and it said, Larry wants to meet you for breakfast tomorrow morning. And I met Larry Page, and it was a transformational moment in my life because he had a dream to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And his magnetism actually drew me to the company. And it was the best decision that I ever made. Because even though HP at the time had $50 billion worth of revenue and Google had $0 of revenue, what I noticed was there was a group of people there that were passionate, committed. They worked long hours, they had lots of fun, but more than that, they had a dream to change the world. And it meant a lot to me. And I met a lot of really important people in my life, future mentors. My boss, Wayne Rosing, he's a legend in Silicon Valley. He'd been in many, many successful companies. And I asked him, what's the secret to your success? And he looked at me and he says, well, I surround myself with incredibly great people that are incredibly optimistic and think they can change the world. And then I try to say yes as often as I can. And that philosophy has stuck with me. And Larry Page and Sergey Brin had lots of really interesting lessons. But the one that I remember most is somebody asked Larry Page one time, what's your greatest fear? And Larry looks at them and said, my greatest fear is not failing at something which is really hard and nearly impossible. My greatest fear is succeeding at something and having it not matter. And for me, that was such an important and emotional moment because the idea of trying to do something which other people say is impossible has kind of permeated my career. At one moment, I thought I had read everything I could on the stratosphere. I grew up as a, son of an aeronautical engineer. I saw the space pictures. I knew I was too old to be an astronaut, but that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. I was a pilot, an engineer, and a skydiver, and I really thought that there was a way to get into the stratosphere that was easier than what anybody had ever done before. And the stratosphere is an amazingly interesting place. You know, when you're above it, you can see the darkness of space. You can see the fragile atmosphere. And every attempt to do it before was either rockets, which I couldn't afford, but there were several attempts with balloons where you could go up in a balloon and you could release. And everybody to that point had used this giant capsule to drag themselves up. And it was expensive and complex and difficult. But I really thought, what would happen if you actually took the analogy of scuba diving? You just had a suit that had everything you need, and it would lift you up in the stratosphere, and you could survive there. And when you were tired of the view, you could release yourself and come down to Earth. And it was that dream that led me to build a team, and that team was remarkable. It made my, dream come true. And I think that's one of the interesting things about life, is by yourself, you can do almost anything. But if you surround yourself with the right people, with the right expertise, not only will they be able to help you, but they will be able to teach you. And I think that's the most important lesson that I had, which is surround yourself with great people that you can trust and stay optimistic. You guys are in, I think, the most enviable position of anyone. If I look back on the world that I grew up in and the world you grew up in, I thought I had the best of all things. But right now, at this moment, the world is changing in dramatic ways. Medical, it's amazing the kinds of tests they can do, the kind of treatments that they can do. They're starting to understand how aging actually works, and maybe you can actually stop the aging process. You can certainly cure a lot of diseases that have never been there. Energy and clean energy is actually becoming, ubiquitous. Electric cars, the death of the internal combustion engine is likely to happen. Clean energy is just in our future. Worldwide communication networks, autonomous vehicles that drive themselves. And you guys are going to see all of these changes. You're going to participate in these changes. You're going to drive a lot of these changes, and they're certainly going to affect the world at large. So the great thing in my position is I've seen tons of young graduates, and I feel like our future is in your hands. And I'm so proud and so pleased to be back here at UCF looking at the faces of the future, because in the end, a university is not just bricks and mortar. It's not the number of teachers and faculty, although they're incredibly important and played a tremendous role in my life. But the legacy of a university is based on its students and alumni. Every single one of you will go out and carry the UCF banner. And the world that you create, the changes that you make, are going to be tremendously important. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity to come here and talk to you and share my story. So thank you. Good luck, 2016.
Well, Alan, we thank you for a remarkably fine address. I share your sense that these graduates who are before us today are living in a very, very challenging, interesting age, and that they will be the force that changes it for the better. Thanks again for your willingness to come and share your thoughts with us this morning, and God bless you. We've now reached that happy time in our commencement exercise when degrees will be conferred. I call upon Dr. Deborah Brighter Terry, who represents the faculty.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the faculty, I am pleased to recommend that the degrees be awarded to those students qualified to receive them.
Thank you, Dr. Brighter Terry. Will Dr. Dale Whitaker, Provost and Executive Vice President, please join me at the rostrum for the conferral of doctoral degrees.
The doctoral degree represents the highest academic achievement a person can earn. To receive the doctorate, candidates must demonstrate proficiency through advanced graduate studies, through coursework and examinations, and demonstrate to their university professors and peers that they can engage in substantive research that adds to the body of knowledge in their fields of study. Dr. John Whitesample, UCF's Associate Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, will present the candidates for the doctoral degree.
Will the doctoral candidates from the College of Arts and Humanities, College of Business Administration, College of Education and Human Performance, College of Nursing, and Rosen College of Hospitality Management please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the deans and the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the Doctor of Education, Doctor of Nursing Practice, or Doctor of Philosophy degrees for which they qualify, and to recommend that they be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Weisample. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified, with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Will the graduates please come forward with their major advisors to be recognized and hooded? The hooding ceremony is traditional for the conferral of a doctoral degree. The academic hood is a UCF hood, as its black and gold colors denote, and the velvet lining represents the field of study.
College of Arts and Humanities, Patricia Lynn Carlton, Major Advisor Dr. Mark L. Kamrath. Jennifer Lynn Wajton, Major Advisor Dr. Melody Bowden. From the College of Business Administration, Bonnie Jean Brown, Major Advisors Dr. Donna Bobeck-Schmidt, Dr. Vicki Arnold. Jared Allen Utzler, Major Advisor Dr. Greg Trompeter. From the College of Education and Human Performance, Nushan Ashtari, Major Advisor Dr. Joyce Nutta. Paula Belgeau, Major Advisor Dr. Elsie Lindy Olin. Noreen Blanche, Major Advisor Dr. Sharon Killingsworth Roberts. Karen M. Fisher, Major Advisor Dr. Matthew Todd Marino. Rebecca Grice Galt, Major Advisor to Dr. Enrique Ortiz. Katie Elizabeth Harshman, Major Advisor, Dr. Selçuk Hasio Maroglu. Manel S. Hodge, Major Advisor, Dr. J. Thomas Owens, Jr. Aaron Cook, Major Advisor, Dr. Eleazar Vasquez. Sharon Ashley Jadroga, Major Advisors, Dr. Jamie B. Schwartz, Dr. Debbie L. Haas-Vaughn. Matthew Ryan Lavery, Major Advisor, Dr. Debbie L. Haas-Vaughn. Elal Peker, Major Advisor, Dr. Michelle Regala. Zena Justine Ramsey, Major Advisor, Dr. Glenda Gunter. Amanda Vanessa Wilkerson, Major Advisor, Dr. Kathleen King. Maya Abdallah, Major Advisor, Dr. Rosa Cintrone. Paul H. Vio, Major Advisor, Dr. Rosa Cintrone. Mr. President, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and with the endorsement of the Faculty Senate, the university has posthumously awarded the Doctor of Philosophy degree in higher education to Willis Michel. Keisha Michel and Ariel Jean-Louis will accept on behalf of the family. Yosef Ayub, Major Advisor, Dr. Thomas D. Cox. Colin Weinberg, Major Advisor, Dr. Thomas D. Cox. Jill Laurie Adcock. Major advisors, Dr. Thomas Cox, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Neva Lane Husko. Major advisors, Dr. Thomas D. Cox and Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Ellen Julia Ionitas Sperber. Major advisor, Dr. Randall Hewitt, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Deshaun Sims, Major advisor, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Catherine Ann Twyman, Major advisor, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Janae Delaney, Major advisor, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Denise Joy Harshbarger, Major advisor, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Rodney James Harshbarger, Major advisor, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Lenora Cunningham Forsyth, Major advisors, Dr. Vasiliki Zakouris Ko, Dr. Carolyn Hopp. Jennifer Harleen Van Allen, Major advisor, Dr. Vasiliki Zakouris Ko. John Antman, Major advisor, Dr. Kenneth T. Murray. Fernando Lobeto, Major advisor, Dr. Kenneth T. Murray. Marjorie Arlene Ceballos, Major advisor, Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Timothy James Flynn, Major advisor, Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Brandon Marshall Hanshaw, Major advisor, Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Lisa Bridget Jester, Major advisor, Dr. Rosemary Taylor. James Ernest Larson, Major advisor, Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Enrique Vela, Major Advisor Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Andrea Walsh, Major Advisor Dr. Rosemary Taylor. Caitlin Ann Bucati, Major Advisor Dr. Lisa A. Deeker. Benjamin Gallegos, Major Advisor Dr. Lisa A. Deeker. Lindsay Rubus Massengal, Major Advisor Dr. Lisa Deeker. Karen Jean Lipscomb, Major Advisor Dr. Barbara A. Murray. Rachel Marissa Larson, Major Advisor Dr. Barbara A. Murray. Tanya Lee Shores, Major Advisor Dr. Barbara A. Murray. Danielle Muriel Thomas, Major Advisor Dr. Barbara A. Murray. Wesley Howard Porter, Major Advisor Dr. Barbara A. Murray. Abdi Gungur, Major Advisors Dr. Mark E. Young, Dr. Stephen A. Saibo. Nandita Gujar, Major Advisor Dr. Stephen A. Saibo. Hannah Emma Akwe, Major Advisors Dr. Dale Jones and Dr. Stephen Sebo. Ian Cesar Gesundheit, Major Advisor Dr. Suzanne M. Martin. Eric B. Wells, Major Advisor Dr. Suzanne Martin. Melissa Sims Roy, Major Advisor Dr. Michelle Gill. Doreen Collins McHugh, Major Advisor, Dr. Michelle Gill. Susan Elaine Kelly, Major Advisors, Dr. Michelle Gill, Dr. W. Bryce Hagedorn. Christina Michelle Nelson, Major Advisor, Dr. W. Bryce Hagedorn. Paola Ventura Clark, Major Advisor, Dr. David N. Boot. Fisato Jamila Dambo, Major Advisor, Dr. S. Kent Butler, Dr. David N. Boot. From the College of Nursing, Karen Ann Shelley, Major Advisor, Dr. Julie Hinkle. From the College of Hospitality Management, Michelle Renee Holm, Major Advisor, Dr. Deborah Breiter Terry. Valeria Shapoval, Major Advisor, Dr. Abraham Pizam.
Will the candidate for Education Specialist and candidates for master's degrees from the College of Arts and Humanities, College of Business Administration, College of Education and Human Performance, College of Graduate Studies, College of Nursing, and Rosen College of Hospitality Management please rise? On behalf of the deans and the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the degrees for which they qualify and recommend that they be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Weisample. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified, with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Will the Education Specialist, followed by the first row of master's graduates from the College of Arts and Humanities, please come forward? Will the remaining rows please be seated?
Education Specialists, Christina and Jasmine. From the College of Arts and Humanities, Kim Margaret Hardiman. Basma A. Moreb. Maria Therese Condi Mattingly. Rose Mary Tron. Jennifer Lauren Antoon. Aya E. Abdul Ghani. From the College of Business Administration, Corey Benjamin Chamberlain. Kristen Elizabeth Krosick. Nilas Lee Hanawalt. Diego Alonso Zerga. Graham Weigel. Alexander Pogano. Ryan Pardachinsky. May Nok T. Wen. Melissa Ann Tupler. Christine Marie Warner. Tiffany Nicole Husami. Jacqueline Hangerson. Bailey Rose Renfro. Brandy Mae Roberts. Heather Gunnell. Leslie H. Tibbetts. Julian Uchaku Onugom. Colin H. Quarles. Jeremy Kane Anderson. Robert John Troutman. Jean Carlo Arriega. Cody D. White. Michael Thomas Mendonca. Andres Peters Arancibia. Ryan David Firestone. Dennis Hernandez.
Justine Espinal. Brandon Michael Toothaker. Alexa Kate Bishop. Andres Armando Duran. Brandon Michael Burke. Daniel E. Suarez. Daniel Paul Jackson. From the College of Education and Human Performance, Melissa Cherie Myers. Tyler Ryan Jetty. Marcy Francis Gunn. Caitlin Rose Duam. Lindsay Taylor Olovich. Matthew James Dogan. Pauline A. Heinz Strauss. Elizabeth Leonore Rodriguez. Sterling Shelley Smith. Ashley Ray Salter. Elizabeth K. LaPond. Carol Ann Mulcahy. Sharon Mullins. Tanya Maris Pratt. Amy Rose Young. Caitlin Marie Pickus. Kelly Buzzell. Sarah D. Johnson. Bailey Elizabeth Spaceth. Sarah Farrow. Leslie Renee Jones. Christopher Emmanuel Hunter. Christy Lee Phelps. Daniel Andrew Ivy. Rebecca Ann Van Nosdell. Jessica Louise Sanasandro. Liliane Gloria Cedeno. Stephen Matthew Malora. Christina Marie Aldrich. Caitlin Nicole Dilks. Christopher Dordre Tremor Rodriguez. Monique Shante Ellington. Abby Elizabeth Turner. Linda Van. Nicole Hernandez Craig. Brittany Lauren Carlock. Courtney Marin Welch. Vonre Renace Reed. Michael Santos Giamanco. John Smithson. Matthew Ryan Steiner. Noel Stun. John Joseph Donnelly. Lauren Ayala.
Suzanne Grace Lewis. Angelique Detrick. Nicole Anne-Marie Plochet. Chang Deng. Brett Weiss. Zhenzhen Zhong. Chantrice Riley Stanford. Jerry Gurney. Jaime Yameska Milanes. Kimberly Helene Lawyers, Samay Tello, Helene Janice Denard, Amanda R. Kovalchik, Sheila Guzman, Talisha D. Terry, Alexis Danielle Potter. From the College of Graduate Studies, Danielle Therese Estes, Donnie James Taylor, Rocky Lee Brighton,